Hello, ladies and lads, and welcome to Monster Prom. I saw this game on the Steam Workshop, and I thought it interested me, and I figured I might be able to get a video out of it. Maybe. Depends on whether or not it decides to burst my fucking eardrums whenever I open it, ever again. So let's play. Spooky high school, the sweetest years of our lives. Back then we were young and unafraid, sometimes reckless, sometimes brilliant, sometimes just stupid. Me, but always willing to live life to the fullest. We were on a wild journey to discover who we really were. Okay, there's the do. uh, that one. That one, alright. Let's go with main character vibe. And we had yet to experience its ultimate challenge, the Monster Prom. I remember it clearly. 6 weeks were left, and as we fantasized about our dream prom dates, we were all scrambling to catch the attention of one of our 6 most charismatic classmates, Miranda Vanderbilt, a sweet mermaid princess who was as cute as she was genocidal. Holy fuck. Damien LeVay, a fearless demon with a taste for destruction and a love of fire. My type. Scott Howell, a werewolf athlete who compensated for his rather small brain with a stupidly huge heart. Liam de Lioncourt, a hipster vampire whose standoffish demeanor hid that he was truly a lovable dork. Polly Geist, a party ghost with an insatiable hunger for all the wrong things. And Vera Oberlin, a mean self-made Gorian with a merciless sense of business. Alrighty then. It was clear it had to be one of them, but who? We only had 6 weeks to choose our prom date, and even more daunting, we only had 6 weeks to woo them and conquer their heart. But as I already said, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. Welcome to Monster Prom's stupidest pop quiz ever. All minds are rotten, but they are rotten in so many different ways. Like mine. Worry no more, we're now using our PhD in bullshit to diagnose which kind of deviant sicko you are. You're not ready. Monster Prom's stupidest pop quiz ever, trademarked, will throw a bunch of absurd questions at you and turn your answers into your character's stats. This way, each of you will start by having stats that better reflect your true selves. You say each of you, but it's just me, because I'm a loner. Let's start. Yeah, to say, uh, Your classy plus reminds me of that myth of Letta and the Swans, so at least by ew. If I had to find yeah, a human being because I'm the kind of douchebag who loves to find loopholes and stupid questions like this one. I'm sorry that I didn't pick an animal to fuck. What criteria would you use to name your children? Meh, no name, it's just too much work. Just a swear word. It's something simple, friendly like Bobby or Mary. My name plus 2, the second. I like this one. Yes! Alright, so my smarts are 9, that's already false about me. Boldness 4, that's correct. Creativity 5, okay. Charm 4, that needs to be lower. Fun 4, that needs to be lower. Money 7, that needs to be way lower. That day you skip class and just hang out in the bathrooms because you respect no authority. I guess some people just want to watch the world burn by skipping class and hanging out in the bathrooms. You get +0 shits, but you gain +2 baldness. Oddly enough, you notice Damien and Vera having some kind of business meeting. At least they're both sitting holding manila folders. You move closer to see what's up. Now, Damien, it seems we both agree that William. The Lucubus is a piece of sentient garbage who deserves. Holy shit. True, true. I believe that together we can make William very. I think it said incubus. I'm just realizing. Very unhappy. I've prepared an action plan for a potential merger. Have a look. Vera opens her folder to reveal intricate charts with titles like. Is it. This is a hard handwriting to read. I think this is derision, coefficient, and maximizing humiliation dividends. I brought a folder too. Damien opens his folder. There's a piece of paper that says punching on it. I admire your simplistic approach, but I think we need a plan that utilizes both our strengths. Damien nods and turns over his piece of paper. On the other side, it says punching hard. These two are never going to come to an agreement unless you step in and mediate. So you tell them your idea. Use this convenient list I brought that shows all his greatest fears in order of severity. While he's sleeping, replace all his organs with live possums. I may have misheard you, but I'm pretty sure that plan doesn't involve any punching. I mean, if you punch open his stomach, it's also staggeringly inelegant, non-consensual surgery. Possums, you couldn't have thought a little harder about this? Yeah, possums don't grow up fucking trees. And even if they did, do we really want to doom a score of possums to a slow death inside William? I guess not. You know what though? We could switch all of William's organs with all of this idiot's organs. You turn and flee to save your precious organs. You lose -2 creativity and -1 boldness. Gonna try it. It's strange. You could have sworn Polly and Damien were at this table when you picked it. Psst. Hey, loser, down here. It's us, Polly and Damien, hiding under this table for totally innocent reasons. A ferocious roar sounds from the door of the cafeteria. Crazy Martin, the werebear janitor, is here and he's looking for someone. Oh shit, he's here. Why is he after us anyway? I think what we did really falls more under federal jurisdiction. International law, more like. Those munchkins were Canadian citizens. What did you do between the bathroom and lunch? Now that you mention it, I think we might actually have to face a war crimes tribunal. Worth it though, right? Oh, totally, as long as we can get away from Buzzkill the bear over there. Just hide in the ghost zone, you know, the special alternate dimension only ghosts can use. Hide behind diplomatic immunity. I mean, you're both Princess of Hell, right? Not me, I'm not even a Princess of Hell. Guess you should have thought of that before being born a commoner. I wasn't born, Damien. I was dying. Well, die better next time. I'll try to keep that in mind when I'm being tried at Fairy Tale Court for negligent munchkincide. Great, let me know how it goes. I'm off to crush an orphanage and get away with it because I'm royalty later. After the orphanage crushing, Damien takes you out for ice cream. Sweet, literally. We're still going for Damien. That day he visit bathrooms to take a number 2. Don't worry, there won't be an illustration of that specific moment. Thing is, you make one of the boldest decisions in your life. You don't put paper on the toilet seat before using it. Look at you, you crazy bastard. You gain +2 boldness and probably +1 staphylococcus with a slight chance of +1 STD. I love it's always just the bathrooms. Fuck these other places, am I right? No authority. Well, in the bathrooms, you tell yourself in the mirror that you're so bold you would kill a tiny, big-eyed turtle with your bare hands. that monstrous act would instantly give you plus 500 boldness. But come on, you're just talking to yourself in the mirror. What's the merit in that? You know what? You can keep plus 2 boldness anyway for saying that to yourself out loud. Getting so much boldness. You see Damien beating the piss out of a goblin like he always does when he's depressed. You go over and ask him what's up. It's this whole heir to the throne of hell thing. It's really bumming me out. Just start a hotel. I hate being a prince of hell, and I'm gonna hate being a king of hell even more. I mean, how am I supposed to rebel against authority when I am the authority? Ugh, not even beating the piss out of this goblin is cheering me up. Damon continues to beat the piss out of the goblin, but his heart clearly isn't in it. I mean, is there anything rad I can do as king of hell? Literally anything? Oh! Okay, so the first one, you're forgetting about the ultimate way to fight authority. Total war. And kings have have harems. And I definitely join yours. So there's violence, and then there's horny. We're going with this one. Oh yeah, war. I totally forgot about war. Probably because my dads are your dads. Plural. Hmm. Nice to know. Are such lame asses. They keep going on about what's the word? Diplomacy? Diplomonkey? Diplomacy? Am I saying that right? Diplomacy? Whatever. I'll have to take it out of the dictionary when I'm king. Suck on that, Webster. Damien's so excited he even stops strangling that goblin. It sends you a massage coupon as a thank you. You gain plus 2 smarts and plus 1 boldness. It has flames and a skull and even a knife. With this, you can murder your enemies, go to prison, make everyone your bitch, and then murder them too, and go to some kind of super prison. Street cred plus 9,000. A sexy fake Latin accent. Why? The hottest thing is being yourself, honey, but a Latin accent is a close second, to be honest. A PR agent. High school social life is so hard nowadays that hiring a PR agent is totally a thing. A blanket with 2 holes. Literally just a white blanket with 2 eye holes. Uh-oh. In it, you'd have to be an idiot to mistake this for a ghost costume. Uh-oh. But most of our classmates are idiots. A fucking corpse. Yeah, I'm selling a corpse. It's like some kind of fashion accessory. It is not as if I'm trying to dispose of it. A bag of regular cocaine. Good old cocaine. In these times of weird experimental substances with horrible side effects, cocaine has become the new vanilla of drugs. A penguin mask. You want this, you sick pervert. I have no idea you appreciated a good old reverse Romanian Wilkinson. I must admit, it's kind of hot you're into that into that geeky shit. A tampon used by the former prom queen. You know, for good old blood rituals or in case you're just a creep with unhealthy obsessions. Don't even dare ask me how I got this. You find Damien and Vera contemplating a huge slab of unidentified, prime meat. Alright, Damien, I know we had our share of disagreements during this convoluted poaching expedition. Like when you told me not to bring all my knives. But I trust we can now put our differences behind us and enjoy the fruits of our labors. You mean the meats of our labors? Yes, together we will enjoy this raw bloody cut of meat as a symbol of our... Wait, raw and bloody? You mean you're not even going to try using fire on it? Of course I used fire. I specifically instructed the chef to prepare this meat while glancing briefly at a lit stove. Did the fire ever, touch the meat? What would be the point of that? A cut this fine can only be eaten ultra rare. Ew. Like hell it can. You wait here while I get my culinary flamethrower. Damien, please, let's be reasonable about this. What is reasonable. If we can't come to an agreement, let's appeal to an arbitrary third party. Blue will surely make the intelligent choice for us, isn't that right? Sure. My word, the steak is too cooked already. Rub some ice on it, douse it in blood quick. The only correct way to enjoy a steak is after its charred remains have been retrieved from a burning building. That's what I like to hear. That and the sounds of screaming people fleeing a burning building. But roasting totally destroys the flavor of... Done talking, fire time now. As you flee screaming from the burning building, you find Damien right beside you. He takes your hand and smiles. It almost makes the third degree burns and massive property damage worth it. But you don't stop there. You want the world to know how reckless you are for the rest of eternity, so you do some graffiti on the wall. No way. The graffiti says, "I'm bold as fuck," and you know what? It turns out the wall is a magical wall that grants wishes. What a wall. A deep voice resounds from within the wall and says, well, not bold as fuck, but maybe a bit bold. Okay then. Oh boy, that's an opinionated wall. Anyway, lucky you. Later you see Damien packing a bag. I'm going away for the weekend. To detention. I have fucking detention again. Why? Just because I rigged the teacher's lounge door with booby traps that poured soaky piss on whoever opened it? I mean, I didn't even set anything on fire this time. Set shit on fire earlier in the day. Let me spill the tea. The school is strict as fuck. Anyway, just brainstorming some ways to keep things entertained beyond fucking ditching. Do it. Do it. Just fucking ditch. Do it. Damn, why didn't I think of that? I mean, I just did, but I didn't consider it as a serious option. If I skip detention, what are they gonna do? Give me detention? I can do anything. Make a bonfire out of the desk. Jerk off. Hold on a moment. And I'll just skip detention forever and wreak so much havoc as I want. Fuck yeah, havoc. Well, you've created a monster, but at least he's your monster. As you enter the bathroom, you notice that there's something a little different about it. Specifically, the different thing is that it is on fire. Oh man, can you believe it? The bathroom just randomly caught on fire for no reason. On the wall, you notice graffiti reading, "Scott is more swole than Damien 5 ever." But surely this is unrelated. Shit, dude, I can't get detention again. I have an urgent appointment with someone. And by that, I mean my fist with an urgent appointment with their face. And if my fist can't make that appointment, Damien cracks his knuckles. Better think of a way to save him. Call Scott and have him pee it out. If there's one thing we know about Scott, it's that he loves to pee on things. If you burn down the whole school, no one will be worrying about one little bathroom. This feels like a fucking Jackbox question. Fire. So you're saying I should fight fire with fire? It's so simple. Anytime I have a problem, all I have to do is set it on fire. And if that fire causes any new problems, I could just set those problems on fire. It works in every situation. I can't believe I never thought of this before. Damien doesn't even get around to setting the whole school on fire. He's too busy writing his new self-help book, Fighting Fire with Fire, a foolproof guide to inevitable success in all situations. It sells 1 million copies. Damien shares the profits with you. You gain +3 money. Of course, no trip to the bathroom would be complete without running into a group of your classmates doing something stupid. Oh, Damien, you're the worst. I know, right? She means that in a bad way. Did you really have to set fire to our entire deck of cards? I don't know. Did the deck of cards have to keep dealing me shitty hands? Not necessarily. That's not how probability works. Well, then I guess I didn't necessarily need to set it on fire. But since when has that stopped me? Well, now you've stopped us all from playing poker, and now what are we gonna bet on? Mama needs a new pair of shoes. Yes, and I derive an almost... So what's the new game? oh, you know, the perfect poker alternative. Russian roulette. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. The stock market. Oh, yeah. Why didn't I think of that? That used to be my favorite game before I died. Wait. All in. Polly pulls an antique revolver out of nowhere, spins the cylinder, points it in her head, pulls the trigger 5 times until it fires. Bullet goes through her intangible head, bounces off the ceiling, embeds itself in the mirror right next to all the other bullet holes. I guess Farah and I split the money? Dang, I always lose at Russian roulette. Let's play again, I'll go first. How you ever died is a mystery to me. Hey, me? Hey, yeah, me too. What is this game? You decide to get out of the bathroom to avoid any further ricochet from the gunshots echoing behind you. It seems your friends are all delighted with your suggestion. You arrive at your chosen table to find Damien dejectedly hefting a ball of mashed potatoes whilst Polly sadly passes her hand through the same. Seriously, what do we even have to get a food fight started in this cafeteria? I honestly do not know. This is my favorite combo. These two are the best. I try throwing potatoes at people and yelling food fight, but I think everyone is too scared of me to fight back. And I can't throw any food because of my stupid ghost hands. Plates, mirrors, antique furniture, sure, but not food. There's gotta be a way to provoke a food war. My dads are always telling me to be more political. But we're not political. Your strength is hitting things, and my strength is being unbelievably hot all the time. Unbelievably hot, that's it. We'll set the cafeteria on fire. Wait, no, that's not a solution, that's just arson. Why do I always jump straight to arson? It's hard to watch them struggle through this by themselves, so you step in with an idea of your own. Wars are fought over scarce resources. Steal everybody's food and put it in a pile. That ought to do it. Hey, Polly, you know how the Greeks fought a whole war over Helen of Troy's face? We just need you to get kidnapped by Trojans. That one's funny. I, I like where your head is, but I'm not super into being kidnapped and shit. What if we skip some steps with some good old flashing? Oh. Polly floats up onto the table and in a practice motion whips her top off. To the victor! This is a high school cafeteria. Polly's rash actions upset the roiling cauldron of hormones, sets it on fire, and tap dances on the ruins. Soon the air is thick with sausage and gravy. Potato crisps fly everywhere like flavored shrapnel. Polly puts her shirt back on now that everyone's too busy fighting to remember what they're fighting about. Looks like mine really were the tits that launched 1,000 ships. The view you just got makes that pun worth it. You're intrigued by your new little toy when you feel the temperature oddly rising. Are you catching a fever or is it, hey dumbass, what's that? Why are you playing with a little guy taking a shit? Is it some kind of weird new G.I. Joe? Ah, classic mistake. No, Damien, this is called a word. You wouldn't know, of course, it means shitter. It's a religious thing from the Spanish religion of Catalonia. Wait, rewind. How is this poopy boy a religious thing? Well, you know about the nativity scene, right? Catholic people reenacting Jesus' birth and all during Christmas. Lame. Shut up. This is the thing is, in Catalonia, Christians built the nativity scene for Christmas with Mary, baby Jesus, the animals, and of course this random guy taking a shit nearby behind a bush or something. It is some kind of it is some kind of prank or something. Oh no, it's a very serious thing among Catalans. If you want to make the nativity scene, you better include the gainer in the it's the culturally respectful thing to do. Ha, respectful to whom? God damn it, this is priceless. Gainer, love it, the ultimate action figure. I mean, fucking beats the lameness out of Christianity and everything. One could say that, I guess, but why did these Catalan people decided to put a guy taking shit next to the birth of Jesus Christ? Good question. Nobody knows. It's a tradition that has been there for centuries, but no one knows its origins. Catalan people just go for it because it has been done like that since forever. Nobody knows why they put the shitter next to Jesus, and yet they've done it for centuries. I must know. The intrigue is killing me. God. Wow, it really looks as if it was about to kill him by giving him a seizure. Maybe you can help solve the mystery. Catch a real shitter, interrogate them about it. Get into the mind of the shitter by reenacting the scene. That one. Before Damien's head implodes, you take both him and Liam into your car. And just to be clear, by your car, I mean just a car, but fuck the concept of ownership, am I right? You drive to a nearby gas station, rush into the public restrooms, and draw an innocent guy who is taking a shit in there. Then you drive into the nearest police station and you politely ask to use one of their interrogation rooms, as you've been an exemplary monster citizen lately by committing not that many murders. They decide to reward you with their best interrogation room, and so you go into a full interrogation mode by playing the classic bad cop, worst cop strategy. You fucko. Tell us the truth. Why did the Catalan put a shitter dude next to the birth of Jesus? What? Who are you? Why am I here? I need to finish pooping, please. You won't finish shit until you answer us, fucking fucko. Damien then hits the random guy with a rolled newspaper. You do realize this plan makes 0 sense, right? This confession makes 0 sense. And you better start spilling the tea or we will punish you in ways you never imagined you could be punished. What are these catalysts? I swear I never pooped next to Jesus. I just want to go back to my family and also finish pooping, please. Yeah, never poop next to Jesus. That's what everyone says. You know what? My patience is a limit. Give me that. Oh, Damien steals the poor guy's passport and starts doodling on it. See, I'm not bluffing, fucko. Now you're banned from visiting Sweden. Keep fucking with me and you can forget about visiting Portugal. The dude starts crying even though all Damien has done is doodled an angry face in his passport and scribbled, I'm a stupid fucko on it. Can we agree this is going nowhere? You know what, Liam? Sometimes you're right. Sometimes justice is not served. This is a grim, dark world. Let's regroup and think of a way to crack this case. Finally. And you, Blue. Brilliant plan. You're like the ultimate detective or something, but this seems to be the fucking mother of all mysteries. I think we have a long way ahead. Get ready and buy some snacks. It was definitely a dumb plan, but whatever. You got to steal a car and make some weird memories with Damien and Liam. Cheers to you. Cheers to that. As usual, Miranda sits before her immaculate array of carefully arranged silverware. Damien predictably is examining her biggest knife. So this is the one for killing people, right? What? Good heavens, no. This is the butter dagger. It would be unseemly to use it on meat. So what then? Am I supposed to use this scrawny looking knife to kill a dude? No. If you simply must kill someone mid-meal, it is customary to use the fish knife. This is merfolk court silverware after all. That tiny thing? I might as well wait for my victim to die of old age. That is usually how it's done in my kingdom, yes. That or poison. This is ridiculous. Yo, you there, which knife would you use to kill a guy? And don't say the fish knife. The fish knife. A spoon. What you need? What, you need blades to kill people? Holy shit, that's so much more metal. Why didn't I think of that? I guess when the only tool you have is a knife, every problem looks like a problem you should stab with a knife. Thank you for opening my eyes to the world of silverware-related murder. But which spoon? This is very important. Do you mean the teaspoon or the dessert spoon? Or perhaps the caviar spoon? No, none are appropriate. What about this spoon here? The one with the jagged edges on it? Oh, you mean the murder spoon? Of course not. That's for hard-boiled eggs. Damien nods thoughtfully, but pockets the spoon when Miranda's not looking. Looks like this school's about to get a lot messier. Per usual. Oh. Ooh. Thought I accidentally clicked something. Small platter, you went to the bathroom, all turns. You're having a very interesting argument with Liam on which would be Plato's favorite emoji, were he to know what emojis are. You've narrowed it down to alien face emoji and Pela emoji when Damien interrupts you. Hey, I hereby summon the shitter squad. Please don't call us that. I will submit your petition to the higher powers, Liam, but now let's focus on what's really important, the word. So I did some research on these Catalan people and their traditions, and oh boy, they fucking rock. Each tradition was more badass than the last. And they do this thing called Calcutta word, where they eat these word onions with their fucking hands while drinking wine in the most ludicrous ways because fuck glass and silverware. Also, there's the word thing where they basically dress as devils and run down the streets holding pitchforks that end in fireworks while dancing to the drums. They're fucking savages. And then I found about and I found out about this other thing called castellers, which is a thing they do in their festivals where they build human towers just because they can. Who knows why? The safest bet is that's either a pure display of power or an attempt to reach the sun to punch it in its fucking face. Radical, right? The more I've researched, the more I love these Catalan people. Fucking awesome weirdos. But no clue about the Kaganer thing. Still a mystery how they started putting a guy taking a shit next to Jesus Christ. Did you know that a few years ago the Barcelona government even tried to ban the Kaganer from the city's nativity scene, and Catalan people got so angry that they forced the government to refrain from this decision. They fought the establishment to keep a random guy taking a shit next to Jesus, and they won. Whoa. Can I just marry an entire religion? Or at least have casual sex with it? Probably not. Then I need to satisfy my urges by unveiling this fucking massive mystery, Liam. But how? I mean, even if the tradition has been there for the last several centuries, we don't even know if it's the real depiction of what happened 2,000 years ago during Christ's birth. You're right, we have to travel to Spain. Well, the tradition is from Catalonia, but the scene depicted is from Belen is. Uh-oh. Uh, This is gonna be a little bit of a problem, Damien. Before you know it, you're in Israel with these two monsters. You're excited because everyone knows Israel's the most romantic country bordering the Mediterranean Sea. Uh-oh. Okay, now what? We should have thought this through before buying those plane tickets. Go to Belen and check all the security cameras to know once and for all if a guy was taking his shit while Mary was giving birth to Jesus. Go to Belen and collect all shits in the vicinity in order to discover the true identity of the shit. Great thinking as usual, Blue. I think you could technically label it as some sort of thinking. Liam, shut up. We need less talking and more collecting shit. Like literal shit. Why is this my life? Okay, I think there's enough shit, guys. But you're startled by a loud scream. What are you doing, you rascals? Leave my shit. A very angry farmer raises a pitchfork at you. Don't you dare steal my shit. That shit is for my children. For the children of my children, my grandkids. One day go to university. Thanks to that shit. Oh no, grab as much shit as you can and run. I hate you. I hate all of you. You start frantically running from the angry farmer who keeps chasing you while demanding that you return his shit. You're grabbing as much poop as you can while running. Your life depends on it. It's always the same with you rascals trespassing on old Yosef's property and stealing his fine shit. Not this time, not under my watch. It takes you 4 hours of intense running while grabbing poop, but you manage to lose the angry farmer. Phew, I thought we were done there, guys, but we did it. Look at all the shit we have grabbed with ourselves. We can be hella proud. I'm in a place far away from any semblance of pride, Damien. Whatever, let's bring this shit somewhere we can analyze it. Surprisingly, you find a lab specializing in analyzing shit for a very reasonable price. After a montage of scientists doing various scientific things like looking at a microscope, mixing weird looking liquid, they return with their final shit analysis. Let me see. Yosef Kaplan, this is that farmer. Oh, so it seems we stole literally his shit. No, what have we done? We've ruined poor Yosef's life for no good reason. We're the lowest of the low, guys. Also, we've come all the way to Israel just to grab some poop with our hands and run from a farmer for hours. This is for sure not my finest hour. Damien is, for once, desolated by the consequences of his acts, while Liam is massively annoyed. This trip to Israel hasn't been what you would call worth it. You lose -2 fun and -1 creativity. None of them go by myself. Now we're picking Damien. Yes. Finally pluck up your courage and ask your beloved to go to the monster prom with you. Prom? With you? What a noob. I'd have more fun setting ants on fire, which is what I'll actually be doing on prom night. Setting ants on fire is rad. Now get out of my sight. It's okay, you moved on from this horrible and shameful failure. You became a functional person and eventually you met a sweet banshee called Ash. You shared lots of common interests and after dating for some years you married. One day, in the middle of a casual conversation, you mentioned how you couldn't get a date for Monster Prom. Despite your years of happiness, your marriage couldn't endure such a pathetic revelation, and so Ash abandoned you the next day, and thus you live the rest of your life alone and sad. Never forget, Monster Prom is the most important thing. God, I wasted my entire run on that fucker. Ah. Those 6 were maybe the most epic and absurd weeks of our lives. After the monster prom, we kept on living our lives, falling in love, battling for friendship, and learning about who we were and who we could be. And you know what? Like it always does, life happened, and it was wonderful. Damien found peace in the most unexpected way. He kept punching everything till one day he punched his own anger to death. He's written a book about it. Holly took a summer job as the ghost of Christmas present. She spent most of her time partying there. There was almost no work because, you know, it was summer. Vera realized she was a character in a video game, which infuriated her. She spent her life making connections and building power because she's not a part of the game. She plays the game. So be careful. Maybe now she's the one pulling your strings. For those 6 weeks, the Monster Prom seemed larger than life, and then it was gone just like that. The battle for Monster Prom might have ended then, but there were plenty of battles left in that war called youth. But once again, we were young and afraid, and we were ready to start. Well, anyways, that was Monster Prom. That was a lot more fun than I thought it would be. So if you want to see more, then, you know, like and subscribe and ask for it. Who knows, we might play the do someday. So anyways, with that, I'll see you all later. Bye.